Hello and welcome back to FlowState on this cool and overcast day in the Canary Islands. Thus, Tiga's barking as I walk down to the ocean. He is not able to join us for another little stint of time because he has an ear infection, and it has to do with the fact that he loves playing in the ocean and he gets wet and then his ears don't dry properly. So, as you can see, I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt. It's so cool. Anyways, thank you so much for dropping in. Welcome to Flow State. My name is Eric. This is Everyday Action, taking action on aligned action. Big time key distinction here, because anyone can take action in any direction. It may not be the direction they want to go in. And today, it's all about core values. You either choose your values or they're being chosen for you. And let me tell you something. If you leave this up to chance, people will choose your values for you, and they're going to choose them based on what they want out of you, based on what they want you to do, based on what they want you to think and how to think. It's a fucked up situation. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Which is why it is so foundational to the growth blueprint, the curriculum from which everything that I do on this channel and in my one-on-one coaching is all based on. It was a 9-year process to develop this, research, implement. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing when I first started. All I know is that I needed to change. I'm a parent. I'm speaking directly to you, all of the parents out there. All of the parents in the world who are struggling, who feel this sense of disconnection from where they are currently and where they were before kids, that identity gap that is so real, so palpable. And my job is to support you in extracting clarity through a process, which is the growth blueprint. That's what I teach. This is what the curriculum is. It's all based on these 8 pillars. So let's get into it. It's fucking crazy right now. What the fuck is going on here? This is crazy. So let's get into it. Oh, she's feeding us some pet. Some ducks. Hola. Bien, bien, ¿tú?
Bien, échale como los patos.
Ah, sí, perfecto. Ah, cool. So, the fuck was I saying? Got it. Oh, growth blueprint. Haha, let's lock it in. If this is the first time you're dropping into Flow State, welcome. This is what it's all about. I'm pressing record, launching this podcast every Friday, starting a new week of intentionality, all centered around an 8-week flow, the growth blueprint. So let's start at the beginning. 1, assessment and readiness. You need clarity on where you stand currently in order to better understand your pain and understand where you want to go. Without this step, it's really just like shooting darts at a dartboard and consistently missing the target you're aiming at. That fucking sucks. Who wants to do that? So this is a process. It takes time to fucking lock into your growth. It takes time to change your state from reacting consistently to actively reflecting and optimizing what you know is moving the needle for you in the direction that you're going, and changing patterns and behaviors based on a framework to ensure that you are actually making meaningful progress. This can be in personal relationships, your business, entrepreneurial, or corporate jobs, dealing with the mental load that so many parents are going through with just day-to-day operations of their internal family office. You know, it's like there's so much shit and everybody's yelling through a big ass megaphone, pulling everybody in different directions. And if you have more than one kid and are anywhere near the age of, like, you know, sporting events. I mean, shit gets fucking crazy. And you need to take care of yourself, because if you're not taking care of yourself, you're not taking care of other people that are even more important to you than yourself. It's kind of this incredible duality of sorts. And the growth blueprint solves the equation. It solves the challenge for you. Now, you need to put up the effort. You need to be focused on making meaningful progress within this framework. And no one's going to do that work for you. It's a considerable challenge to do this program. It's not for the faint of heart. It's not for people who are whiny little bitches. It's for those who have had enough of feeling the way they are currently feeling and know they're capable of more. Know that they have the ambition within them. They're just missing the container to execute. It's a lot of false starts that we're confronting on a daily basis. People who are overwhelmed with life. It's not your fault, okay? It's just the construct of where we are as a society, the overstimulation of like fucking everything. I mean, look, I'm 41. I'm 41. Just goes to show you how important my age is to me. It's like, whatever, it's like a whole other topic. Anyways, if you're watching this and you are relatively the same age as me, a little older, a little younger, whatever, you are aware of the memories of cartoons when you were young, right? And you are, let me just make sure I don't die. Okay, good. You are aware, because you now have kids, that the speed at which animation used to be was like, and now you blink and the whole fucking show's over. It's like instant crazy ass cutting, like da 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 da, all the time. Scripts don't even make sense. And now with AI, it's like a whole different beast of fucking craziness. But the point is that it went from something you'd like get cozy on a Sunday morning and fucking watch School of Rock or School of whatever that alphabet thing was in the US. School of Rock, School of ABC, I don't know, whatever. If you think of it, leave a comment. Let me know what it is, because I'm obviously not remembering. And so today you're watching what you're like in the other room while your kids are watching something, and it doesn't have that same wholesome energy. Now, there are exceptions. Of course, there's amazing programming that are still being developed and published, and it's great, but that's not the standard. The standard is high-paced, extremely quick cutting, where you're changing the imagery constantly. And what I'm saying is kind of a long way of saying this, is it's overstimulating our kids' nervous system, and it's driving them crazy. It's driving you crazy as the parent. They are at odds with themselves in a state where they're trying to figure shit out also. This is not an easy thing. And so taking stock of where you are is the first step in understanding your capacity for growth, what it is that you need to focus on. And the Growth Blueprint course, the self-paced course that's available to everyone, the first module, which is at no cost, is about the assessment and readiness course, the class. Fuck, it's gonna rain. Whatever, let's do this. Let's fucking go. I went to the gym. Not a crazy day, like 25,000 kilos. Pretty good. It's a lot. I don't know how many pounds that is. So, oh God. Do I go? Do I stay? There's a little cave over here we can nestle in, talking about getting cozy. So, let's go back. Assessment and readiness. Understanding where you are. Not fucking living in the past, not living in some fantasy. It's about reality. This is the grounding check-in process that everybody can do at no cost, right? Go to the show notes, click the links. It's the limited access growth blueprint. So you go and you do the exercises, and this is part of the paid course. So it's a robust course. And what you will get at the end is clarity. Clarity is such a powerful, highly leverageable state to be in. Because when you have clarity, it's impossible to be overwhelmed and have clarity. It's like, it's impossible to be both happy and sad at the same time. You know, it doesn't work. Just like practicing gratitude as a psychological training ground to rewire the way you perceive mundane actions is crazy powerful. The concept of like, oh man, I have to go to the gym. No. First of all, shut the fuck up. You get to go to the gym. You get to invest in yourself. You get to move your body. You get to serve other people. This is a privileged state. This is not like, oh man, what a drag. I gotta go work on myself. Oh, fuck. That's a distorted reality that's not serving your interests. Nothing that you do in life as a parent is going to be framed as a burden when you work with me. It's a luxury. Longevity is a luxury. Being present with your kids is a luxury. It shouldn't have to be, but it is. Just look around you. Just examine for a moment your current life situation. See with clear eyes. Understand the position that you are putting yourself in. It's a choice. And all of the choices that you made up until this moment have led you exactly to where you are. No one's done it. You have. And we're all about taking extreme and radical responsibility for all of our actions, our life, our intention or lack of attention. Oh shit. Sorry. This part is always a little, but
things just
ooh, so climbing up here is going to be a little strenuous.
Yeah.
But suck down. Today was kind of more heavy on legs. Oh. Right. So. All right. Here we go. Whoa. Oh, fuck. Whew. Still amazing, even on a cool and humid day. Nice waves out. All right. I just needed to get past this crazy place. Woo! All right.
Ow.
What the fuck was I just saying? I completely lost my train of thought. Out of control sometimes. Do you remember what I was talking about? You know, I don't really remember, but what just popped into my head is the launch of and when I say my wife and I have created a new podcast, and at the time of this recording, the name is Hot Mess Kitchen. It's primarily being led by my wife, and we've been playing around with this concept for a while, and we just went ahead and did it. So it's set up as a weekly stream every Saturday, and the primary focus is to come into our space where there is a clear focus on a culinary element. It's not necessarily a cooking show. It's like a chill hang. It's sorry, hold on, I gotta get, this is so muddy here. Fuck. Okay, I am not going to fall. I am not going to fall. Let's go, fuckle, 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 fuck. Woohoo! Baby, I didn't fall! Super muddy. There's so many times where when it rains like it has been relentlessly, it's just impossible to stop. That I've learned the hard way when I've eaten shit going down that fucking little path. All right, cool. So, Hot Mess Kitchen, it's bringing you, the viewer, into our kitchen. Sometimes our kids pop in, sometimes we have friends. It's generally an adult show, for sure. It's an adult show. But, you know, our kids, when they pop in, like last week, there was, or not last week, but the week before, our daughter was helping the preparation of making homemade tortillas from scratch, and we were making duck confit tacos, which turned out amazing. And if you're curious, you could check it out. You can watch me shove a ridiculous amount of food in my mouth while trying to talk, yelling with my arms up because of how fucking good it was. Ah, so good. And she's hilarious. She is, she and I are both very similar, but we're also both very different. And that's amazing because we work well together, and it's really such a ridiculous thing. And we just wanted to invite people in during the stream. It's every Saturday, and it's an opportunity for you to get to know us, get to know our kids, get to know our perspective. It's a fucking wild ride, and no holds bar, no censoring, no, like, nothing's off the table. It's a good time. It's just ridiculous, and just a creative expression of our purest self. And to be able to do that in this container, to be able to amplify the work that I'm doing, to be able to create deeper presence and clarity within you, it all comes together beautifully in a real world, unfiltered hang. It's like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, whatever it is. There's no real schedule. There's no real anything to it. Sorry, another distraction. This is crazy. So my mind went dark real quick. You can see this buoy down there. The ocean recently has been very active. I mean, storms, people dying, like the waves will come crashing, swept people out, multiple people. And it's crazy because you don't really see buoys or anything like this around here. I mean, it is a kind of a wild coastline, and there is a little beach over there, but you have to walk down kind of like what I'm doing. And immediately my mind was like, oh man, where is the boat? Because there's fishermen out there, and I'm down here all the time. It's just kind of eerie because you'd never know when your time is going to be up. You never know. You just don't know. It could be in the car. I mean, it's so crazy to me, the risks we take blindly every fucking day, and in first world situations, you're getting into a car,
Right.
especially if you live like in an urban area like South Florida or Houston, Dallas, Los Angeles. I mean, all of the major cities, it's like unbelievable. When I lived in Miami, every morning on the highway, people were dying. I mean, it's out of control. And no one ever thinks that that's going to be them. And the car, especially around your house, is so autopilot, right? It's like you're not even thinking. You've driven by that stop sign 10 million times. Maybe you don't even stop anymore. Or like you have one of these like slow yield like things, but it's a stop sign. I don't know, whatever. All I'm saying is it's a reminder that should be on the forefront of our mind about the preciousness of life and understanding how much time we have in general, and to give that time up for anyone other than what we truly want out of life, to be able to support our ambition, to be able to support our desire to make and create a meaningful contribution to the world, not to be so much about like this consumer identity, but to say to yourself, well, what is my contribution? What am I giving back to the cosmos? What am I showing up as? Am I showing up as someone who is invested in themselves to be able to create something that is of use by other people? Am I supporting an enterprise that I believe in? If you work for a company, do you believe in what that company is doing? Do you believe in the product and service? If not, and if it's just a means to an end, you have some thinking to do, because you don't want to wake up 20 years in the game,
I'm like that.
10 years in the game, 5 years in the game. Obviously there's a big difference, 5 and 20, but have this holy shit moment where you're like, what the fuck have I been doing? And
Cut.
oh wow, the sun is coming out. And
Okay.
that basically was me. And that was the catalyst for the growth blueprint and the coaching curriculum, is to get a deep sense of clarity and understanding within yourself, and understand what is important. What are your values? What is it that you're creating from? You're creating from something. You're creating from something. Your art, your passion, your communication, your capacity to be present with yourself, to allow yourself to feel more deeply, to be more connected to your purpose in life. And for me, the biggest shift in my life was understanding that you are your purpose. There's nothing more important in life than becoming the best version of you that you can possibly become, in service to the world. You are already living that to some degree. As a parent, you're in service to your husband, wife, children, your parents, your other relatives. It's not a choice that you can make. Your contribution is in service. And when you get clear on this, when you really get clarity with your values, you start aligning your actions with your values. It's not about motivation. It's not about a fucking hype train, okay? It's not about leaving room to chance with how you are structuring your internal system to operate.
Into
Oh shit. Another one, another treacherous. All right. Oof.
Bye.
And no one's perfect. No one is the Instagram version of what they are portraying life as. Everything is basically fake online. And, you know, this whole like influencer construct is quite an amazing thing to be consuming on a daily basis, and at such a almost smashed my fucking head. Unbelievable. Maybe I'm gonna just like calm down a little bit here. Oh. Okay. Just this camera. Oh yeah.
I should get that on me.
I don't know if that's gonna work. Let's see.
Awesome.
Sorry. We're just flowing as we do.
Watch me. This
Not gonna work. Maybe we should have a different system for this.
it called
Alright. Not bad. It's a little crooked.
Sabra. Shut.
Oh. So,
Go. And
oh, wait a second. I just found a
go.
note.
And back.
Extremely crooked. Maybe I'm gonna change this location.
Just
Alright.
pass. You're coming.
Not bad. Okay. So,
That
I know I went off on a crazy tangent here, but I really focused on articulating the efficacy of
break on.
a compounding framework. And what does that mean? It means that with the growth blueprint, you come in, it's a framework. So there's many courses to this. There's 8 total courses that you are leveraging an educational framework, a reflective practice, and implementing strategies that you are cultivating within yourself through the framework, through the flow of information. And so, why is that important? Because you don't start with goals in mind when you don't know what the goals are based on. And saying like, oh, you just use as an example, you want to make a lot of money. Well, why? Why do you want to make a lot of money? Or I want to lose 20 pounds. Why do you want to lose 20 pounds? Or I want to do this with my life. Why? What is that based off of? Now, it may seem like an obvious thing, but until you actually go through the process and doing the work, that aligned action against your core values is the only way to sustain momentum when things get challenging, when you are really kind of like up against the wall and you're contemplating changing something in your life because it's been really, really difficult and you're unsure about the outcome at this point. You know what you wanted to do, but you're pushed up against a corner. It's just not working for you in the way that you wanted it to work for you. So you quit. You stop. You change the program. You change the system. You change your thinking. You reevaluate. But what is the criteria for which your next step is being created? Is it simply a thought, a discomfort, a repeatable pattern that you created for yourself by a lack of clarity? Is it something that someone else said? Is it something that popped into your mind because of a movie or a YouTube video or someone that has some kind of authority saying some shit, and then you got this idea in your head that you should change or you should, it's like that goes away completely. This position of uncertainty or questioning, but not based on any kind of framework or structure, really gets us into trouble, because then it's more action and less decisive, methodical thinking and execution based on core values, based on an identity framework that is responsible for filtering all of our thoughts, all of our actions. And so you don't have to feel motivated to do something, because there is no need for motivation, because it's already built into you. It's built into you because you've done the work, you've chosen your values, you know what's important to you, and by default, you know what's not important to you. So it becomes easy to make a choice. It becomes easy to think about where you want to plan and take action. You know that if it doesn't link up with your values, if it's not in sync with your values, then you're not going to do it. And it's not a sacrifice. It's not giving up anything for something else, because it's not the way you're looking to lead your life. There are no options for you. You've done the work, and if you've been successful, you removed all of the distractions. Really created a new identity based on who you're looking to become. Growth is a never-ending game. It ends when you die. I mean, it does end at some point. I don't have the resources to know what happens after you die, and I'm not really curious to find out today, at least. So, come talk to me, I don't know, 60 years or something. We'll see how this all plays out. But, oh, fuck. 29%. Okay, we're good. It's just a crazy thing to confront a world that is misaligned on so many levels, and everybody is fucking so angry, and everybody has such an opinion about something. It's like, no one fucking cares about your opinion. You only care about your opinion. No one cares about anything other than themselves,
That follow.
and that's okay. And when you begin to accept these truths, these facts, you can then start caring for other things. You can start caring and being in service in a really profound way, in a way that really amplifies your wildest dreams of who you look to become. It means your kids, it means your wife or husband, your aunts and uncles, excuse me, are going to get the best version of you, which is what your goal should be.
What?
I'm a huge fan of intentionally choosing your state, your emotional state, before entering into a new task, a new situation, a new paradigm, if you will. So there's obviously a big difference between you being at work all day and you being at home with your family. So a lot of people make this mistake. They bring work with them wherever they go. They bring the deal that's floating around in their mind with them to the dinner table. They bring the anxiety of their children losing a big match, game, whatever, to the work that they do. They are projecting all of the bullshit that has no place in the state, in the frame in which they're currently interacting. So part of understanding how you can shift this is by simply getting grounded in your values. And it's not like, oh, I'm choosing my values for this week. These are like 5, 10, 20-year commitments. 20-year commitments in how you're choosing to show up for yourself primarily, because that's really, that's when you really know what the fuck is going on. When no one's looking, when no one's there, that's you. That's not showtime. That's you. That's who you are. And that process of getting clarity to understand what is really important to you is one that requires space and time to do the work. It requires honesty with yourself, because at the end of the day, you're not doing this for anybody else but you. And that's the most important part. It is all about you. It's all about you. It's always been about you, and it will always continue to be about you. And already your mind is probably playing tricks on you. It's like, well, what do you mean? Or, what? It's not all about me. I care so much about my kids, my wife, or my family, my parents, whatever it is. But you are the God of your own universe. You are the creator, you are both the angel and the devil. You are living in a constant state of duality. You are processing whatever is happening around you and internalizing and adding meaning to a lot of it. You're also adding judgment. And this is all happening kind of automatically, It's not even something that you are aware of. And there's so much emphasis on what other people think of us, and the latching on to this kind of identity that we are all creating and constantly shaping and playing a game with every moment of every day. Everyone has a fucking opinion about everything. And most of them are a waste of time. And most of them are meaningless. And most of them have zero impact on anything. They're championing something that they have determined is a live or die trying thing, but is it really? No. And so few people are willing to actually make the sacrifice that is required to live up to the expectation that they're creating for themselves. You know, it's like if you have a very strong belief about not supporting companies that are actively engaging in exploitation of some kind, good fucking luck. That means you do not own an appliance. That means you do not use a smartphone. That means you do not use the internet. That means you probably live in the woods and you're probably not watching this. Because if you do have a smartphone, you're supporting companies that are actively engaged in exploitation. If you do use your internet, you're engaging with companies that are actively engaged in exploitation. So, in other words, you using your money to buy a product is actively supporting all in complete totality the company's business practices. Ethical, unethical, unknown, whatever. And so when we do this core values work, we're going deep into what it is that we're willing to do, what we're not willing to do. Because that is what is required of you to live by your values. Values are non-negotiable. Values are the only thing that can really ground you, as like you're tied to iron, like nothing is escaping it. And you want that for yourself. Because life becomes easy when you're grounding yourself against something that you've created willingly for yourself. Not in today, but in the individual that you're looking to become. It's a growth process. It's not like one day you quit something and you're no longer identifying as that. Certainly that is a way of doing it, but a more gradual, a more elongated development of growth is truly what is required, because some people, like, you know, it's December, right? The fucking gyms are smashed towards the beginning of January, right? All of January, it's like a big fucking joke. All these tourists come in, they're like, I'm gonna do it this year. I'm gonna get fucking in shape, or, you know, all these dumbass fucking New Year's resolutions that last like 10 minutes. You know, if that's probably being a little generous.
Don't.
And it's not about a get-rich-quick scheme or Ozempic or, you know, I want the next hack, biohack pill or whatever. It's about a long, multi-year process of reshaping your identity grounded in your values, using a framework that you're leveraging. It has nothing to do with me. The only thing I'm doing is guiding you through a process that yields unbelievable results. Primarily clarity. And you can solve everything when you have clarity. You tend not to be able to solve something when you lack clarity. You tend to get emotional. You tend to get distracted. You tend to feel overwhelmed. You tend to have anxiety. You tend to react as opposed to lead. clarity is an immensely powerful tool. And by establishing your values, you are getting an immense amount of clarity. Oh, it feels fucking good. There's no way you can't show up every morning to life with a giant smile on your face. It feels good to be so connected to yourself. There are so many people who are suffering, okay? So many people who have all the resources in the world who are suffering every day. There are people that have no resources who couldn't be more happy and ecstatic for life, okay? It has nothing to do with financial abundance or lack of abundance. It has everything to do with your processing of awareness or lack of awareness. It has everything to do with understanding that you are not your thoughts. It has everything to do with creating opportunity for yourself instead of closing doors. So we have a few minutes left. I'm going to roll through the rest of the growth blueprint so you're aware of it. As I said, it starts with awareness, getting clarity on where you are. We progress into core values, which was what we were talking about today. This whole week is dedicated to core values development, getting clarity there. And every Thursday we go live, where there's a group training and coaching session, all on that week's topic. So this week, right, and I want to say thank you to everybody that joined us yesterday. You can use the link in the show notes to reserve your spot for this coming Thursday. And it's going to be all about core values. So after core values, vitality. You are nothing without the energy that you create within yourself to be able to attack with vigor all of the ambition that you have, that you want to create more of, that abundance within. You need to be able to fuel that. You need to be clear on nutrition, on recovery, on rest, on physical activity, supplementation. That is pure luxury at this point. Longevity is luxury, okay? That is real luxury. Taking care of yourself is real luxury. That means you're prioritizing things that are going to have such a profound net positive impact on your well-being, not just in the moment, but in 10 years from now. And thinking, man, short-sighted thinking is another trap. It doesn't fucking matter 1 day, 2 days, 1 week, not even a year, really. You can have a bad year and have 20 great years, you know? Everybody has off days. Think about how much of an impact that's had on the totality of your life. And yet we give so much weight and meaning to these hiccups. Wild. So to restructure our mindset, to restructure our aligned action, the process exists that compounds on one another. You take stock of where you are. You define your core values. Then you charge up that power plant that's within all of us. Then mindset. Mindset. Man, that is, I say this every time, every pillar, I'm like, they all have equal value. They do. They really do. And when you start removing one, you really get an incomplete identity. You want one that is well-rounded in understanding the importance of mindset just as much as vitality and core values. And then understanding how to properly leverage time. You can have all the ideas in the world. You could be jacked with energy. You have your goal. but it's like you still don't know how to quite get there. And after mindset, we get clear on how to properly leverage time management, what it is that we're looking to create and how. And after time management, we get clear on our goals. But you don't want to start with goals because they're not based on anything. You want everything that came before to create a rock solid foundation for personal development and growth. Without it, you're just spinning your wheels. You're just creating more chaos, more friction. And there's plenty of time management tools and hacks and courses. But the reality of the growth blueprint is that it addresses the foundational pillars of life. And when you start, it's like a Jenga block game, you know? It's like you're pulling out the blocks of Jenga. And if you pull out the bottom too quickly, the whole thing collapses. If you start moving bricks from the top, you have no place to put them on. You have no place to stack them. So time management is simply a tool that we leverage to be able to use what came before it and what comes after it in terms of establishing how we are going to be living the coursework. Everything that we decided that we want, that is important to us. Creating the time and energy to manage life, to put in all of the things that you want to do and that are important to you first. So vital. After time management, we go to align goals, right? Creating the actual goals that we're starting to develop for ourselves. But again, if we don't do everything that comes before it, it's a waste of time to focus on our goals because the goals are not based on anything concrete. The goals are going to fizzle away when things start getting hard. When we are confronted against a big challenge, a challenge that may be linked to our goal, but it also may not be linked to our goal. Whew. After that, optimization and refinement. This is the massive, next level unlock. Tweaking in the smallest percentage differential. What is working? What isn't? How can we augment what's working? You don't want to change too much of any system because you're not allowing that system to breathe and to provide you with data. Then commencement. Full integration of the system itself. All of the knowledge and the wisdom that you've created for yourself. It's so amazing to see this breakthrough process. Look, I'm in the business of creating ahas and breakthroughs for people. That's my mission. And I'm here to share it with you. And I'm here to create it for you in a way that's never been done with such acute clarity and focus and alignment. If this resonates, if this speaks to you, join us on Thursday for Everyday Action Lives. I hope to see you there. I'm running out of battery. This episode is over. Welcome to FlowState. See you on Thursday for Everyday Action Lives. Peace out.